art is how one brings himself out into the world. I have this art here, look at it. It could be anything you have built your skill around.
I had found Headbands when I was in Central America, and I thought about children who are undergoing illness in hospitals. What happens is they grow up too fast, and so they've lost their childhood. They've lost, the play element. But I wanted to offer children an opportunity to pretend, so that if boys wanted to be pirates and girls could be gypsies, they could.
I am amazing. You are amazing. We are amazing. And we love to laugh.
When I got to meet Joni and we started talking, we came up with this amazing concept.
What does the headband do? But it just gives a sense of security in a moment when you're having a crisis.
I had already been a laughter leader and had done many programs, and I call myself a global laughter ambassador. I felt that the one way to separate this program from all the other nonprofits that are out there that go into hospitals is to add the laughter element. I was very emphatic for Joni to become a laughter leader too.
After they've laughed, they definitely have a different energy about them. They can now express themselves and paint whatever they feel. They are expressing their joy and their happiness. They paint rainbows, they paint flowers. Children paint the simplest and most innocent of images. There's no limitations to where this can go. We imagine this workshop can help anybody in any environment. We can bring it to one person bedside, or we can bring it to hundreds of people in a stadium. Any business, organization, hospital, homes. It's bigger than both Barbara and I, and we're looking to really expand that and sort of create ambassadors for Healing Headbands so that we can then bring it to as many people around the country and the world as possible. Powerful thing about art, no matter what your art is that you can do it and you don't even know you're using it to help yourself heal.
Welcome back to our World Art Day celebration, and we are celebrating, as you can see here with my headband. We're here with the Healing Headband Project, and we have a wonderful volunteer, Barbara Adler, to talk about the group, the project, and what they're doing, and how you can get involved. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Carlene.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having us. It's World Art Day.
It is.
So we're so excited to be a part of World Art Day, and we're very excited to be here at your program today because we have some very exciting things to share.
Yeah, a lot of artistic stuff and stylists, and I like stuff that I can wear, so it's a double win or triple win.
It's a win-win.
Yes.
So I'm here today to talk about the Healing Headbands Project.
Okay.
And the Healing Headbands Project is an organization that has Laugh, Create, and Heal workshops.
I want to make sure we get that. Laugh,
Create, Heal. Workshops.
Workshops, okay.
And they bring these workshops to children in hospitals, critically ill children, terminally ill children, children that often stay long-term in hospitals. They bring this workshop to the kids in hospitals where they incorporate a laughing segment, which comes from the co-founders, who I'll talk about in a minute. They are certified humor professionals, so they have a sort of a certified laughter program they do with the kids, and then they launch right into an art project, and we have some samples today I'm going to show you. And then those art projects are turned into these unbelievably beautiful headbands.
Like the one I'm wearing right now.
Yes, and me too. And the headbands are sent back to the children, and there's so much to say about what happens next.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Before we even get started, you said something. I want to make sure that we get that clear. So, the founder of the project.
The two co-founders are Barbara Grabstein and Joni Acola. And they are certified humor professionals.
Certified humor professionals.
Yes, they actually, it's a 3-year training. It's not as silly as it sounds. Laughter professionals endure a certification. You see them in practices of laughter yoga. They do many different programs that incorporate laughter to promote wellness and healing. There's so much research on the benefits of laughter. I mean, there's actual medical and scientific research that laughter, reduces cortisol, increases serotonin, endorphins, mood, hormone release. There are scientific evidence that it's very, very good for anybody who's stressed or who is ill. There's evidence that it can relieve pain, which is, there's a huge market in pain relief problems.
Pain. I don't know if I want to laugh.
No, I know. But what happens is, if you think about it, the team goes into hospitals where the families are in very stressful situations.
Very true.
The kids are undergoing, medical treatments, chemotherapy, whatever. Some of them are living in the hospital, and they are. There's nothing funny about any of that. Joni and Barb and the team are trained to go in and create an environment for the kids where it's actually okay to laugh. They help them. They process the journey of laughing with them and the exercises that involve the breathing and the laughing. They really often laugh for the first time in their whole journey when Healing Headbands comes in. So it's very touching, and it's really watching the families and the parents experience what it's like to see their kids in these horrendous situations laughing. It's really, that itself is a very, very feel-good situation.
It is. It is. So I just want to say to anyone who's watching, you can be anything you want, and making people laugh is a job that you can do. So I applaud your co-founders for taking such a strong and beautiful initiative. Now, you obviously can make someone smile, because you're making me smile. But
it's contagious.
It is contagious. But you also do something. So you're involved. You're a volunteer.
Yes.
But you're not one of the laughter leaders.
No.
No, you do something else that's really cool that hopefully we can do one day. Go ahead, tell our people.
You can see from my Healing Headband that this is the logo.
Yes,
so this is not the artwork from a hospital. This is actually the logo to my organization, which is called MOMZ-N-DA.
MOMZ-N-DA. Oh,
okay, Carlene.
I think my mama needs to be up in there. Yeah.
And we are older moms in our 50s and 60s who do hip hop and break dance.
Yeah.
We have so much fun.
We got a lot to talk about today.
We have a lot to talk about. So we have an amazing time, and we inspire people. This is the thrill for us, is that we inspire people all over the world to follow their dreams and passions at any age. We were not dancers when we were young. We had careers and families. This is something we did sort of later in life, kind of like the co-founders of Healing Headbands. Later in life, they became humor professionals, and we, because we're moms, we are very passionate about fundraising and kids, and we all have a lot of kids between us. Some of us have had situations where our kids were challenged medically for whatever the reason. So we have a lot of compassion for families going through this, and we do anything anyone needs. We're right there. The moms love the Healing Headbands Project. We believe in it, and we are always there to do whatever they need us to do. We can perform at an event they're at. We can talk about what they do. We can wear the headbands, which they're so comfortable too. We'll get to that in a minute. They're so comfortable. It's like these headbands are like a hug, and so you can imagine after the kids get their headband back, and in a minute I'll show you some samples. how it feels for them to wear it. And the Healing Headband Project tagline is "Wear Your Happiness." So they achieved the goal of getting the kids in a happy place during their laughter therapy, and then get that joy down into this art, and then the art goes into the headband, and then they wear their happiness, and it's very special.
Can I see some of it?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm so blessed to have some samples today, because sometimes the art is sent back to the original artist, but we have some in process today. So this is an example of a child who did the workshop and painted her happiness, and look at her headband.
And it became this
The art got sent to the printer in New York, and this fabric was chosen by Barbara Grabstein, found fabric on a Central European journey, and it's very, very, very special. And so this is what it looks like. So her artwork gets printed onto this headband.
Right. And
it's amazing. They're so comfortable, and so they get sent back to the child, and they wear them if they're still in the hospital, or even when they go home. And it's really something that we believe very strongly contributes to sort of the mood and the goal of wellness and healing. And we hope that any child going through something like this in the hospital could benefit from a project like this.
It's empowering. I can imagine like seeing something that you create and seeing it come to life in a way that you can actually showcase it publicly.
I know.
So that's wonderful. And here's some more. So heart seems to be the theme right here.
I know, actually, all of them have hearts, which
really pretty.
I agree with you that that's an interesting theme, and it really supports what happens to the kids after Barb and Joni do the laughter therapy, because they're in hospitals, they're in really tough situations, and they're painting joyful objects. They're painting hearts. It's perfect. One of the things that Healing Headbands also does is that with every headband, they send a small slice of that headband onto a card to wear as a wristband.
Ooh.
And so the kids get one of these. I actually have one for you too.
Ooh.
You can feel what it feels like to twist it around and wear it as a symbol of your commitment to Healing Headbands. So this is one of the ways that they share their story. They mail these out to hospitals and organizations, and it tells them a little bit about Healing Headbands and how they can get involved, and it gives them a sample of this amazing fabric. And everybody who sees this, I mean, there's a lot of hospitals now engaging the organization. They're in a lot of hospitals. Their goal is to get into every hospital. I think it's possible because the child life organizations that are the groups within the hospitals that coordinate the activities for the kids, they are loving it. They're saying amazing things about this, about what's happening to the kids after they leave, what happens when the headbands come, how it makes them feel. Everybody's sort of jumping on board to get this in their hospital.
And to make sure that people can get the opportunity to jump on board, I know I have more questions for you, but I want to make sure we get this out. How do people get involved? How can they volunteer with you? How can they spread the word? What should they do? Who should they call?
The first thing anybody can do is go to the Healing Headbands website. So easy. www.healingheadbands.com.
Simple.
There you're going to see ways to volunteer, ways to donate. You're going to be able to see again that beautiful video that you just showed. You can watch that again if any of your viewers missed that. It's a beautiful video that tells the Healing Headband story beautifully. So you can watch that again. There are fundraisers. There's many ways that people can get involved. They're always looking for volunteers because a lot of these are handmade, hand cut. These are hand threaded onto the card, so there's an army of people in the office that help produce these and mail them and return them to the kids. After this taping, we're going to be mailing these back to the particular artist, the young artist. These were 8-year-olds actually that did these today. And what's particularly exciting for the group is that there are artists other than children that believe in this so much that they've created art to put on headbands to help raise money for the organization. So there was a fundraiser last year, and Mariana Rivera, Donna Karen, Keith Richards, submitted art that was made into headbands that they were able to auction and sell, and you can see those on the website too. You can even buy some of them, and this supports the organization 100%. So it's very exciting. We have, you know, artists jumping in, not just the kids. You know, we have artists, and in my case, this is my dance group logo. You know, so we wear these loud and proud when we perform, and it's just a great way to collaborate organizations that are really trying hard to, you know, put good out in the world and spread joy.
And you're definitely doing that. You're definitely doing that. What are the age, so when you go into the hospitals, I mean, what's the age group for the children that participate in the Headbands project?
The ages range to, and really, there is no boundary of age. Tiny babies, they have, you know, if they're in the hospital, they may be a bit too young. But the good news is they have a gathering place. All Child Life offices have a Child Life room, but they will also do this bedside. They've done this inpatient, they've done this outpatient, they've done it bedside. So if a child is in the hospital and they'll help them create the art, or their parent will help them create the art, there's a will, there's a way.
And this is all free for those who are in the hospitals. There's no charge to them.
No charge.
No charge.
All.
Completely free.
No,
so truly
no.
An opportunity just to give back and to really encourage positive
and
growth,
there's wonderful
healing.
organizations that provide the fabric and the printing, and so many people are on board with this group because it's very special. I mean, there are lots of people that do go into hospitals, and you know, remember the old candy stripers? And sometimes a famous athlete will come through, but it's not regularly. And it spreads a lot of joy in a very hyped up way, you know, when a big famous athlete comes into a hospital. But this is an ongoing program that could actually, I mean, they could be doing this every day, really, you know, and have it always available.
And so you're in hospitals, but you also go to schools, community centers, and you're expanding tremendously.
We're so happy about that. We're certainly organizations, Girl Scouts and many organizations are calling, and that is the goal for Healing Headbands, to first get themselves into every hospital all over the country. That's like their big mission right now, and to open their doors to any group that wants to workshop. There are adults, you know, there are adults that come and do art for you know, yoga groups and whatever, you know, support groups, and they're wearing their happiness too.
And I want to make sure that you get to wear your happiness as well. So just one more time,
www.healingheadbands.com.
All right. Thank you guys
Thank you so much, Carlene.
I appreciate having you here. So you know what to do.
Yes,
Get your head
wear your happiness.
Wear your head happiness.
Yay.
All right.
Thank
We'll be back soon.